Hey guys, it's Christy and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about the best hair care and skincare of 2022. So before we get into it, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into it. Alright, so I don't actually have a ton of products to talk about today. I have 4 hair care items and 3 skincare. I tend to just use the exact same things. Once I find something that works, I just really stick with them. So that's why I don't have a ton to mention here, but we'll talk about what I have. Let's start with hair care. And the first thing, I have a mini. So this is the Amika Soul Food Nourishing Hair Mask. And I love this. This actually does come in a tub form, but because this is a mini, it just looks like so. I did get my first one in, I believe it was the birthday gift for this year from Sephora, and then I bought another mini. This is so hydrating. So hydrating. My hair feels so healthy and hydrated and detangled whenever I use this. I love this product so much. I think it's such a beautiful hydrating hair mask, so I do highly recommend this one, especially if your hair leans a little more on the dry side. I would highly recommend this one. Speaking of hair masks, and this is one that went pretty viral online this year. This is the K18 Biomedic Hair Science mask. So this one is a leave-in molecular repair hair mask. So how you're supposed to use this is you wash your hair with shampoo and then you do not condition. You get out of the shower and then you put this in your hair. You let it sit for 4 minutes and then you can brush your hair and add any other products. But you're supposed to use this for 6 times in a row and then just move into sort of like a maintenance mode with it. I have noticed such a difference in my hair when I use this. So I use the Amika mask whenever I'm not using this, but this has made such a difference in my hair. So my hair is not the most unhealthy, but I do lighten it and I do use heat on it quite a bit. So it needs a little extra love, not to mention we do have hard water, which is also hard on my hair. Using this has really made my hair so much shinier and healthy looking, and it's so soft. This is a really great mask. Like, I did not think this was going to be worth it, and it absolutely is. I love how healthy my hair has been looking lately, and I've really noticed a difference, and because I can notice, I know it's this. So I really do think this is worth it. I have repurchased this, a mini, because the full size is really expensive. I love this. I think this is an absolutely brilliant product. I think it does a lot for repairing my hair, so I highly recommend this. I also tried out the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Glossy Hair Oil. This is such a nice hair oil. I can highly recommend this because this is another product that between washes helps my hair look so shiny and healthy and hydrated, and it smells good. I think you do have to be careful with this one because it is easy to go overboard and use a little too much. So I do just want to mention that. I would say use it very sparingly and add more as you see fit, but be very careful with how much you go in with initially. I love how shiny this makes my hair look. It does smell just like the Boom Boom cream, so it smells so good and your hair ends up smelling really good. Another hair oil that I am out of and need to repurchase is the Ouai hair oil. This one is the one that I like to use on fresh hair. So I wouldn't use this one necessarily on fresh hair just because it can be a little bit too heavy, and I do have fine hair. So I like to use the Ouai oil on fresh hair wash days once I've used heat, just to hydrate my ends, give them a little bit extra love. And then on 3rd or 4th day hair, that's when I'll start going in with this if I've been using heat on my hair. That way I can use a little bit of a dry shampoo to soak up any oils, and then I have this which kind of goes in, gives it some shine and some life, and makes it smell good. So I recommend this for later in the week, and I prefer the Ouai for the first couple days after a wash. If you have more fine hair like I do, I would probably recommend the Ouai hair oil over this one. I do think the Ouai is definitely a lot lighter. It's definitely a lot more friendly for very fine hair, whereas this one can be, like I mentioned, a little bit heavy, but it really does smell good and it is very hydrating. especially after a couple days. So it really just depends on your own hair wash routine. And finally, for hair, I have finally learned the importance of a clarifying shampoo. When we add products to our hair, oils, masks, dry shampoo, it really creates like a buildup on the hair. And if you have blonde hair or you color your hair lighter, you probably notice that if you don't use a clarifier, it might leave the salon looking super bright and healthy. But in between salon visits, especially if you don't make it in every 6 weeks, your hair appears to be getting darker. And that's partially because of buildup on the hair. I only know these things because I grow my stylist every time I'm getting my hair done. So it is important, especially if you use a lot of product or if you do have hard water, it is important to use a clarifier once a week or once every 2 weeks to really just detox and get all that stuff out, and you will notice your hair color looks brighter, it looks healthier. You do want to make sure to go in with a hydrating mask or a good conditioner afterward, because it really can leave your hair feeling a little bit like straw. But it is important to use one every now and then just to get all that extra stuff out of your hair that you don't want in. And for that reason, it is important to use a clarifying shampoo, and the best one that I have used is the Way Detox shampoo. I love this. This really, really cleans my hair. It smells a bit like apple because it does have apple cider vinegar in it, but this does such a great job of really just pulling all the stuff, all the bad stuff out of my hair. I've noticed since I started using this, my blonde stays blonder. I also do have to use a purple shampoo every so often, but my blonde is definitely a lot blonder when I'm using this, and I do find my hair is a lot lighter. It feels a lot more lightweight. It feels a lot more like I've just left the salon. So if you're looking for a really good detox shampoo that's really just gonna pull all the stuff out of your hair that you don't want in, this will do that. This is a really, really great clarifier. I love this one. Let's talk about the 3 skincare items that I have really been loving this year. So the first one is from Pharmacy, and this is their Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. So I've long been a fan of the Inky-less Cleansing Balm, and I still think that's a good one. It does leave a little bit of a film on the skin, but that does go away after you do the second step cleanse, which you're going to do anyway, so that doesn't bother me, and the price point is right on that one. But this is the best cleansing balm I have ever used. So this was part of a set of 3 for holiday, and this one is I believe this is the apple scented one. This really breaks up the makeup, but it's so light. It just does such a good job of breaking up the makeup. It doesn't leave a film on the skin. It's so gentle. It doesn't feel like it strips my skin. And it's just such a great cleansing balm. I love this one. So I would highly recommend this one. This is one I'm debating. I know Sephora does. At the time I'm filming this, Sephora does have another little 20% off sale coming up, and I'm debating on picking up another 3-pack of these cleansing balms because these have really wowed me. They're absolutely incredible. Another product from Pharmacy that I am in love with, and I already have a backup, is their 10% niacinamide night mask with vitamin B. I love this so much. You can just use it like as a night mask, or you can use it in addition to your moisturizer, which is what I do. So I'll put on a moisturizer and then I go in with this, and I love this especially if I'm using a retinol. So I have had a bad experience with retinol in the past. Just from overuse, it can really irritate the skin, so you do have to be really careful with going in with retinols. But one thing that makes that even easier is using a niacinamide like this, because niacinamide and retinols play really well together. This will really help to combat that dryness that you can sometimes get when retinol starts really doing its work. So this is an incredible mask. My skin is so glowy the next morning whenever I wear this at night. I love this so much. This is by far one of my favorite ever nighttime skincare items. I absolutely love this. I just love what it does for my skin, and it just makes it feel so hydrated. And finally, from Ole Henriksen, this is their Strength Trainer Peptide Boost Moisturizer. So this has been on my wish list since last year. I just hadn't picked it up yet. I had a lot of skincare items I was working my way through, and so I had just not taken the leap and purchased this, but it was on my list for the longest time. They actually sent this to me this year, and I could not believe it. I was so excited to try this out, and I love it. This is such a good moisturizer. It is so deeply hydrating. So this is supposed to strengthen the skin's barrier and just help your skin absorb a lot more moisture, and this is so good. This really just hydrates my skin. It sinks right in. It instantly makes my skin feel better and more hydrated. I know when I wash my face in the morning, it can sometimes feel a little tight. This instantly takes that away, and this also plays so well under makeup. This is such a great base for your makeup. So whether you use this as an everyday moisturizer or a makeup prep step, I think you would really love this. This is such a great cream. I love this one. This has definitely become a favorite. And that is it. Those are my favorite skincare and hair care items of the year. It's been a good year for these types of products, and I've really honed in on what I love, and I've really just been sticking to those things, and I love that. So that is it for me today. Thank you so very much for watching. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. I do upload at least 3 new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!